Hello and welcome to the High Council podcast. Today we got episode 9 of the podcast. You know, we've gone far now. We've gone far. We're episode 9, almost episode 10, just one away. And today, obviously, we have two of the lovable band of goons. Which we got Deadpool here,
What's up? What's up? Captain Deadpool 97 here.
and we got Vector,
Hello, hello, hello. It's your lovable Vector here.
and then we got a special guest making another return in Kamikaze.
What's up? What's up? Back and crazy.
Back and crazy. Damn right. Today we have an episode that we're all pretty excited about. See, we've had a few discussions, which we have had on a stream once, where I just streamed some chill. And we've had off camera as well. We've had a few discussions where we put people up against each other and be like, who would win in a fight? So we thought, you know what? Let's bring this to the table. Did you get it? And make it an actual series for the podcast. So we've all picked out one character each from Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and anime that are all gonna fight it out like a card game. Like a fucking card game. And this is gonna be dope. Now there's gonna be some heated debate here, chances are. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be entertaining. Characters are going to realize their lack of power. Other characters might realize that they're more powerful than what they thought. And we might even learn something about characters that we didn't know too much about. So, this shit should be interesting. Now, I have a bit of a setup of who's going to start off. So now it's going to be taken in turns, and it's knockout rounds. So the first duelers that I've put up against each other are Deadpool and Vector. And now we do start off with Star Wars, and then we go to DC, then we go to Marvel, and then we end it with anime. So how it's gonna go is whoever wins this match is going to fight me, and then whoever wins that match is gonna fight Kamikaze, and then the loser of this match is going to be up after that again with their DC character. You get what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So if Vector wins now, then he faces me. If I win, I face Kamikaze. And then if I win again, then I face Deadpool, who will then use his DC character, and so on. So this is going to be a discussion from everyone. So it's not just going to be the two people fighting, because then we're not going to get anywhere. So because you'll have a bias for your character, obviously, unless it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, you picked that character, fuck you, like we had earlier, Vector. So Vector and Deadpool, I would like you to first present your Star Wars characters.
Deadpool, you can go
Okay.
first. Oh my god.
Wait, Deadpool, who the fuck did you just say you picked?
You heard Starkiller.
You picked Starkiller. Well,
Well, this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be interesting.
So I have Force Unleashed 2 Starkiller.
He was
Not
very specific.
Galen
So,
Merrick.
so,
Galen
so we
Merrick
can't-
and
we can't-
Starkiller are two different people.
I was gonna say that we can't pick the same era character, but we can choose different era characters, correct?
Yeah. So, for example, me and
So like saying Rogue One Darth Vader versus like I don't even fucking know, like Force Unleashed Darth Vader would be two different Darth Vaders.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like, for example, me and Vector earlier realized that we'd picked the same DC character. Not gonna spoil who it is because I still have mine. When he realized which one I'd picked, he knew that he was gonna lose. Because the version I picked is a lot stronger than the one that he picked. So yeah.
Ooh.
So we can have the same character, just they have to be from different eras, and then I will specify the era if they get knocked out. So, but do you both have the exact same? You both have no
No,
two.
Galen Merrick and Galen Merrick from the Force Unleashed 1 is a different character from Starkiller from Force Unleashed 2.
Yeah, but Deadpool, did you have Gale America or Circular?
Well, I was originally going with Starkiller from original Force Unleashed, but we can go Galen Merrick versus Starkiller Force 2. That's fine.
Okay, you got more characters, so it's all good. So, gonna let you two throw out your bits and bobs on why you think your character is gonna win, and then we'll have a discussion after that. So let's start with Deadpool. Throw out a few factoids that you go like, okay, I think this is why my character is gonna win. Vector, after he has done that, you throw out a few of yours, and then we'll have a bit of a discussion, see how that goes. So Deadpool, go first.
Actually, since I chose first, why don't we let Vector argue his points first?
Okay.
Alrighty, I have no problem with that. So, my version of Starkiller, Force Unleashed 2, let's start off with his statistics. So, first off, he is trained in Form 4 Ataru and Form 7 Jinso with his dual bit lightsabers. And with his power being a clone, he has arguably become more powerful in the original version with his new tapped Force Unleashed abilities that he's been able to use. Second off, he is killed. Let's just start with that. We'll go off with the body count that Force Unleashed 2 Circular has emitted on the galaxy. First off, he killed a massive creature called the Gorog in Canto Nemoidia, one of the biggest creatures in Star Wars period, and he killed it.
Yeah.
Second off, he faced Darth Vader twice and still whooped his ass in
Fair
that
enough.
fight.
Fair dues.
Second off, in the DLC version, he went to Endor and he killed Leia Organa. Leia Organa as as a Jedi. So these are pretty stacked characters that my character has gone up against and won,
Yeah.
and has a better fighting style.
I mean, fair dues. I mean, the Star Killer from 2 is basically just a buffed up from 1, but Deadpool, you might have some arguments that might sway us. So, what's your case?
So going with originally saying Starkiller, but seeing a fight with himself but not with himself technically, I would say, just his force capabilities in general are just fucking out of the planet. Like, even like being unofficially Darth Vader's apprentice, but still like surpassing Darth Vader. I think even if it were to come to a point where he had to fight we'll say like a clone of himself or something, I think the true self would still like he would get his ass beat, but he would still pull through just because the sheer like anger he has, the reasonings behind why he fights and why he does what he does. But mixed with the force and the anger that he uses, he is a phenomenal saber user. Like I think, perfected 3 forms of saber combat. I think is what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I believe you're right on that.
that alone, yeah, that alone is just fucking unheard of in a Jedi or Sith, other than Darth Maul. But he's a little different. But in a Jedi or
He's built
Sith,
different.
mastering 3 forms of combat with a lightsaber is a lot of time, and with how young he was too, like that took a lot of will, that took a lot of determination and sacrifice just to get going. And I think for pros for him, he is very determined in when he sets his mind into something, that's gonna happen. He's very strong with the Force, like I said. So, I mean, you can fear anything Force related with him. That includes sensing people's powers. Like, he will sense your power before you're even on the planet. Like, he has no difficulty with that. So that's another pro he has. His lightsaber skills, like I mentioned, he's very strong with lightsaber skills, so that's another pro. I think his downfalls are just the lack of experience. So, the issue that would arise from that is, any Sith or Jedi needs that combat experience to be an effective fighting force on the battlefield against other Jedi or Sith,
Yeah.
which, I mean, everybody knows. With his lack of experience, most of his experience, if you really look at it, is just wiping out legions of stormtroopers, which it essentially could be fucking easy for a Jedi or a Sith to do. Um, I think another downfall is his emotion that he lets override. It's a strength and a weakness for him. So he gets so emotionally driven that that could definitely alter how the outcome would be for that fight. And I think, yeah, that is essentially the only pros and cons I can think of at the moment. Um, but I'm trying to just rejog, look over my notes real quick. Hold on. Yeah, that's all I have for now on pros and cons. I think it would definitely be an interesting fight to see him fight himself, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rebuttal with that.
Yeah,
So, with the Force Unleashed one, the most difficulty that Galen Merrick ever had with fighting is with the three Jedi Masters that he fought. Shakti, uh, what was the old man's name?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I know you're talking
And
about, but I cannot think
yeah,
of
him
it.
and Caston Paratus. Also, the Purge, the other Purge troopers. Whenever that you meet in the facility that he gets locked up in, that's going towards a star. He first meets those,
Yeah,
the Sarlacc pit, and the Bull Rancor and Darth Vader. Those are arguable. Those are good feats to match up against. Those are good enemies for Galen Merrick to go up against.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
My Star Killer went up against. He went up against twice as many stormtroopers because he was being hunted by Darth Vader at the time. He killed the Gorog. He wiped out all of Canto Nemoidia. He destroyed a ship, a capital ship full of Imperials. He killed uh, prototype Sith troopers that Darth Vader employed with Boba Fett's help. He killed them, the Sith Stalkers, and he killed the giant droid in the reactor room by himself. After that, he invaded Camino almost by himself, single-handedly wiping out just as many prototype Sith troopers, regular stormtroopers, flame troopers, jet troopers, and he still beat Darth Vader more than one time in that experience. And the lightning that he produced in that fight is said to be more powerful than even Emperor Palpatine. And even after that, he whooped
Yeah,
his ass. He went on to beat Leia, Organa, Chewbacca, and Han Solo right after that.
True.
true, true.
So I
Hmm.
think my Starkiller had more things to go up against, more enemy types. Oh, I didn't even mention the Sith acolytes that go down in Canton Moidia, which are a pain in the ass to deal with. All the shadow guards that he had
Yeah,
to fight, and he fought other clones of himself.
Yeah.
yeah.
All the things that your
And
Starkiller did, my Starkiller already had the memories of that, all the memories and the training. Like Darth Vader already said, they are memories of a dead man. Everything your Starkiller has already done, my Starkiller already remembers how to do and learn more. That's why I think my
absolutely.
Starkiller
Mm,
is superior.
So
I,
the only rebuttal I would have on that is you have to take into consideration the motivational aspect of it, like what would his motive be?
It was
And I
Juno.
think in this incident, you have to really take into consideration his attitude or his anger that he uses. I think Force Unleashed 2 doesn't, and correct me if I'm wrong in your opinion, I don't think Force Unleashed 2 Starkiller has as much anger and emotion in him as Force Unleashed 1 does. I think
Oh,
I think it gets to a point in the second one where he snaps, yes, but he doesn't really have that overwhelming sense of anger inside of him that controls what he does as he does in the first one.
well, I
I can
can
I
rebuttal
can
that
see
because
that.
I have the Force Unleashed 2 novelization, which all throughout the book it explains how desperate his only goal in the entire novelization and the game is to find one woman. He killed
Yeah,
everybody just for Juno. And he was contemplating saving her the entire time. And he was angry that Darth Vader would even dare challenge him to take away the one thing that makes him feel human again, which is the love he had for a girl that this Starkiller has even never met. He's loving over a woman that this one's never even met before. So I'd say that's even more determination than the original Starkiller.
Yeah.
so I think that would be his weakness, though, because if you really think about it, you even said the thing that makes him feel human. In the first one, he doesn't feel human. He's just a fucking zombie drone killing because he's told to. So he has no feeling of empathy or remorse or anything inside of him to stop him from just tearing anybody apart. I
Now,
think
I would
in the
argue
second
that
one he does it for you know.
well, actually, in the first game, when you go in the DLC release, you get to go to the Jedi. You get to go to the Jedi Temple, which the only sole purpose he had for that was to figure out his father. He went through the Jedi trials, and he wanted the approval of his father to teach him how to be a Jedi, because his father's ghost taught him how to get through the Jedi archives and how to do the Jedi training. So I would say that he's emotionless. I feel like he has other priorities when it comes to
Hmm.
like feeling that. So I wouldn't say that that's his only motivation. But in the second one, that I don't think that Starkiller even recognizes that he has that. The only thing that he really remembers is Juno. That is his star in the sky. That is his light that he is solely fixed on. There is nothing else. He doesn't
Yeah,
care about the rebellion. He doesn't give a shit about the war going on. It's just Juno, and anything that gets in his way is going to die.
true.
Kamikaze, do you have anything to throw in on this? Do you have any killer blows?
No, they freaking nailed it so far. Like they really know, really in depth. Like you guys took some good notes. I'll be honest, because like things I was gonna mention, you guys have already covered pretty well.
Yeah.
I've played The
So
Force Unleashed way too much, and I've
I
read
mean,
it way too
yeah,
much.
yeah. I think
I think it's very interesting still, just because they're almost the same person, but different eras in a way. So to see the differences between these two and who would win, it's it's intriguing.
yeah. Yeah, I've just been sitting here listening, going like, yeah, no, yeah, he's right. So he might, no, but yeah, he's also right. So like, just sitting here
Hmm.
going through all that. Like at first, my first initial thought was Deadpool had been given the short straw, considering he's got Force Unleashed 1, which is then just like, it's kind of like giving someone fucking, Super Saiyan 1 Goku against Vector's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That was what I was thinking. Was like, well, it's clear like one is older and more experienced, but I think Deadpool's definitely brought some good points because he changes a lot emotionally and physically in different ways in that time.
Hmm.
So for example, like I think maybe now obviously in Force Unleashed 2, he's got more abilities. He's learned different things. But I would say that when it comes to
Right.
the dark side, in Force Unleashed 1, I would say he's more channeled with that because of what you talked about with his emotions and the anger and all that. He's got more
Yeah.
rage. So I think he would be stronger on that part. but also maybe the Force Unleashed 2 one would be able to counter that in a sense, but at the same time, he doesn't know everything. And in Force Unleashed 1, there were some things that he could do that was a bit unpredictable. So there are definitely things that will even out the battle, I would say. I think it would be very entertaining to watch. Ayo, Sam Witwer, get Disney on that Force Unleashed movie, bro. Make him fight each other.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Make it happen, bro.
Make him fight a clone, something.
Sam Witwer, he's the only guy that can do this. He's the only guy that can make those motherfuckers end up on the screen together. Mostly because he plays the character. But yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting discussion. Now, I think, are there any more specific points that either of you have, or should we try and take a bit of a vote?
Oh, I want to add, just to kind of spice things up, what if we take Juno out of the picture?
Okay, fine. We can take Juno out of the picture.
Let's even it up a bit.
I think I think that actually might work in Vector's favor.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think that, okay, yes, he doesn't have that emotional person to go after, but if he is just a pure rage killing machine with all the power he has, I think you're digging your own grave here, bud. That's just my 2 cents on it. But because I think that with less motivation in that sense, his motivation now is just kill,
just destroy.
Because
he was gonna leave Darth Vader regardless, because Darth Vader was just gonna kill him like he did the first time. Because in the beginning of the game and the beginning of the book, he has a premonition of Darth Vader saying that you're a failure, and I'm just gonna kill you like I did last time. That's already reason enough to destroy the Empire.
So, but okay, True. So, I think let's roll on a vote. So, Deadpool, who do you think wins out of the 2 characters?
So it's tough. Okay. I have to say, in my opinion, that I believe, and this hurts my soul because I'm going against myself, but I believe Vector kind of pulls on this one just because it is a fact. You have a more experienced fighter is always going to beat himself if the himself that he's fighting is less experienced. Yeah. So just being from the military, knowing what I know, that I have to, without a fact, say Vectors would pull through. It is a tough decision just to add in like the emotions of said person and everything, but I think it's just right now I have to go with Vector.
I mean, fair dues, respectable, and I would say that it is definitely a tight matchup considering the emotional state that they would both be in. So I think it's a lot tighter than people might expect. Like when we delve into it, it's definitely tight. But yeah, fair dues. Vector, I think we all know who you're gonna pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely picking himself. Kamikaze, who are you picking?
Definitely Vector.
Definitely Vector.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't matter, I'm going to throw in the toss of, I think, considering the channeling of the rage, I think that Deadpool's Force 1 has a chance of winning. And also a bit of a pity point, but also I do actually think he could win.
So I think he could win. I think he has a chance. I think 9 out of 10 times it's going to be Force 2 that pulls through.
7.
But
I'll bump that down to 7 because I think Force 1 could definitely bump out some.
8 out of 10 times. My Force Unleashed 2 Starkiller.
Okay, yeah.
The original.
Okay, meet in the middle. All right, 8 out of 10 times. Fair dues. Right. Now, Vector, it's your Starkiller against my character.
Oof.
So, the character that I chose was Darth Nihilus.
Ooh.
And
see, I was gonna do that, but that one seemed too OP. Not even gonna lie.
Hence why I picked him, because I knew exactly who Vector was gonna pick. So I was like, let's knock this kid down a few floors, shall we? I'm just gonna start off by throwing out the fact that Darth Nihilus can drain an entire planet of its life. Which means that, yeah. Do you have anything against that? What's your 2 cents on this, Vector? Do you think that a Star Killer could beat someone who essentially can eat a planet?
Well, given the fact that Darth Nihilus never even picks up a lightsaber during his time as a Sith,
because it doesn't need to.
Yes, because it doesn't need to.
He can literally drain. He can stand in front of you, and in a split second, he can drain all life from you. So
I want to add. I think you mentioned that. You mentioned he didn't even pick up a lightsaber, but the fact is he doesn't need to. Like he does not need a lightsaber.
Yeah,
he can use one, but he doesn't need it. He would just fuck anything up in his path.
You know, he was actually pretty good with the lightsaber as well. He was actually pretty good with it. He wasn't like super great with it, but he was really good. He could easily fuck someone up in a duel. But the thing is, he just didn't need it because he could just touch you and drain all your life force from you. But
it's like it's the Emperor Palpatine all over again. He favors force powers over lightsaber combat.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And always.
God, I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you. I have absolutely no rebuttal against Darth Nihilus. It's not.
I love you, Victor.
Oh my god.
I love you, Victor. I'm so sorry. Okay, so
Nihilus. It's sad to say Nihilus wins.
Should we take a vote?
It's a clean sweep.
It's a clean sweep. Kamikaze didn't even get to say anything.
There's absolutely nothing my Star Killer could even hope to achieve going against
and that honestly brings in the whole experience thing. Like Nihilus has
he's over 1,000 years old because he can't die.
Yeah, he has millennia of experience.
And the reason he died was because he drained too many planets. Too many planets. That's how he died. He's
called the Planet Eater for a reason.
Yeah.
He's on par with like Abatha and the father, the son, and the daughter as terms of power scaling goes.
I would
because they're all force wielders.
I would say he could actually be stronger.
I think so too.
Because he could drain their life force. No.
But Abatha, actually, the mother, is the strongest of the Celestials.
But that doesn't matter, does it?
Out.
Okay.
Yeah, Darth Nihilus clean sweep. Not even. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not.
There's no vote needed.
There's no. I have zero rebuttal.
This is one of the great things about having him as one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Is I know so much about him. See, I know way too much about him. Like as you just realized, I don't even need to throw out all my information that I know, because he just kills.
I know about him too. That's why I can't argue.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, so Kamikaze, what's your character?
Only one thing I
think it was definitely overpowered.
There's only one thing that Starkiller could possibly do. Force Lightning has the ability to drain energy from celestial.
But it's not gonna be enough because he just eats another planet.
It's not gonna be enough. But that's his only type of defense is Force Lightning,
and it's not even
though it's on par with Emperor Palpatine's. Even Emperor Palpatine doesn't stand a light.
No.
Against Force Nihilus,
Palpatine gets fucked. Okay,
incredibly bad.
Yeah, Kamikaze, what's your character?
I got Anakin.
Well,
you're fucked too, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Bucko. Oh, this is.
I mean, he might be the chosen one, but
that doesn't fucking matter.
Legends characters are just too OP.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe
they're not canon.
Maybe there's a reason Disney made them not canon anymore.
We should have just stuck to canon people.
We could do that in another episode.
Probably.
Another
Don't
No,
worry,
what-
it's gonna get more
I
dumb
think
here.
the
No,
only
we should have went
chance
all legends. We
Anakin
should have went
has
all. We
is
should've went all
because he taps into the dark side quite a bit.
Yeah. But he still
Yeah,
can't
he
drain the planet.
did make the Force Celestial
Yeah.
heal, which is a cool aspect.
But Nihilus can drain the Force Celestials as well.
Yeah, no, Nihilus is
Oh,
just
it's
running through the
unfair.
whole roster, bro.
I
It's
should have gone first.
Okay, so then I guess it's on to Deadpool. Who is your DC character?
We're gonna get
Jesus
annihilated.
Christ. Let's see. Well, I had one, but I'm gonna have to change it. So
No, you can't change it.
no changing. Oh no, Doomsday.
Okay.
Great.
Guys, who wins this?
Wow. Caden.
All right, I think we should probably change it up. And since your Star Wars character won out of all, I think we should just save the slot and let him win, and then hold off and do just DC characters now.
Are you?
Otherwise,
Well, I will argue that that as Doomsday he wins against Nihilus. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, it's your opinion, but it's a fucking dumb opinion.
Nah.
How the fuck is Doomsday gonna win over Darth Nihilus? He can't even beat Superman.
That's true, but think about it. Superman's already an OP fucking fanboy little bitch that everyone.
And Nihilus can kill him by
completely
touching him.
I completely expected you to pick Darkseid, to pick Superman.
Yeah.
So I was gonna pick Batman. That's who I had. But then right before the podcast, I was like, nah, they're going to start pulling off some sweaty motherfuckers. I was like, I'm switching this to Doomsday.
Yeah, Vector, you know.
And then whenever he said he had Nihilus, I was going to switch from Doomsday to Superman. But then he said no switching. I was like, fuck. So I just stick with Doomsday.
I mean, that would have been a waste of a Superman anyways. But okay, you know what? Let's rank it up. So let's go Star. I'll make it so that we got Star Wars first, and then we'll take the winners against each other.
Yeah, we'll take the winners against each other.
Well, okay, let me just mark up as. Let's go. There we go. KIA. Because I just want us to know exactly who is out. Let's see, Darth, Nihilus, and then we just go flawless victory.
I should have picked Abeloth. I knew I should have.
Okay.
I think Abeloth could have beat Nihilus.
Maybe.
I could have argued that. I could have argued that.
Okay, well, considering I won, then we'll go me against Deadpool. So you pick Darkseid. You picked fucking
Doomsday.
I picked New 52 Shazam.
So I know absolutely nothing about Shazam. So
Well, just know that it's very easy for him to kill Superman. And especially the New 52 version.
New 52 is busted.
New 52 Shazam is arguably the most overpowered Shazam of them all. I think he is the strongest Shazam. And
so what exactly? This is gonna be bad. Like I said, I know absolutely nothing about Shazam. I know the name. What are his powers? Like, what does he do?
Okay, so he essentially has the powers of all the Greek gods.
Oh yeah,
every Greek god.
So every single Greek god. So he's got like the lightning power of Zeus. He's got the strength of Hercules and all this shit. Because the thing is, so he meets this wizard, who gives him the powers. He's got all this good shit.
Like superior, his magic abilities is unrivaled.
Okay, I'll go through it now. So the abilities he has, he's got the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas. He's got the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Hence making the name Shazam, because Solomon S, Hercules H.
Yeah.
And then so the Greek gods, the most powerful Greek gods, are basically his bitches. Because he's got the power of all of them, so he can counter all of them. So, what does Doomsday have? He can get angry.
He's an angry Superman,
Well,
I guess.
I don't know. Let's not mess on Doomsday too bad.
No. I'm fucking.
Doomsday is a fucking.
Doomsday is pretty fucking powerful.
Doomsday was shot into a distant planet and made to die thousands of times over again.
I know.
And every time he dies, he can't be killed the same way twice.
Oh yeah.
So even if your character does kill him one time, that does not beat him.
But Shazam has at least 6 different ways of killing him.
Yeah, then he only has 6 different ways.
I said at least.
You better have an infinite another way.
At least, motherfucker. At least. I mean, at some point, he's just
Doomsday
gonna...
honestly cannot be killed. If he dies, he just comes back. You can't kill him the same way.
But what is he going to do against Shazam? He can't do anything. Shazam's just gonna lock him up somewhere that he can't escape.
Doomsday is stronger than Superman because he beat Superman to a pulp.
That's true.
Well,
Doomsday could literally rip anyone in half.
Doomsday Superman killed Doomsday at least 4 times, and then Doomsday got back up after those 4 times, beat Superman to a bloody pulp.
Oh, I know, but that's why I didn't pick Superman.
Left his ragged dead body on the side of in the concrete to die.
But this is why I didn't pick Superman. This is why I picked Shazam, because he's stronger than Superman.
Yeah, but I feel like every time it's like an unstoppable object meets an immovable, like an
unstoppable force meets an unstoppable object.
So even if your character does kill Doomsday is just gonna have more stamina.
No, but Shazam
is just gonna outlong him.
Shazam just doesn't need to. He doesn't need to kill him. He just uses the fucking wisdom of Solomon and traps him some way. He can literally.
Doomsday is not smart at all.
No, exactly.
He's just a big dumb brute.
Exactly, and also with the wisdom of Solomon, considering, and also there are one power that Shazam, he's only used it once, I believe. But the one thing that he could, he's got the power of Zeus and the wisdom of Solomon. At some point, he realized that he could literally, technically trap people in heaven, in a sense. He could technically trap someone in a form of vertical, or like a virtual Olympus. Which you're only allowed out if he says so. Which, for example, means that if he dies, you won't be let out until someone else gets the powers and then says that you are allowed to come out. So if the next person who carries the crap Shazam, it doesn't even know that you're trapped there, you'll never get out.
So what happens when Doomsday just flies right up to the motherfucker and rips his fucking heart out? And he doesn't have time to trap anybody.
There is no... He doesn't have time because he's got the speed of Mercury.
Mercury is the god of war.
And also, the thing about stamina, he does have the stamina of Atlas as well.
Mercury... Yeah, Mercury is basically Ares, the god of war.
Yeah.
So
no, that's Mars. I'm sorry, Mars. That's Mars. Oh my God, no, Mercury.
Mars.
Mercury is
Let me just double check. Let's see. Mercury.
Who's Mercury? Who's Mercury again?
Mercury is Mercury. Okay, let's see.
What's the Greek equivalent to Mercury?
Mercury is Mercury.
Mercury is he's like the guy with like the helmet and the fucking like the stick that you always see on.
Oh, that's Hermes. That's Hermes.
No, but Mercury and Hermes are very similar.
But that's still a basis. Like there's.
Okay, let's see. Is he? I
think it's safe to say we're not familiar with Greek gods.
No, but the thing is, gods is part of Greek and Roman gods are part of my interest. So so here it is. Mercury is the Roman mythology god for shopping, essentially. I'm looking at the fucking Norwegian Wikipedia, so I gotta translate it. Traveling, income, and was essentially the Roman version of the Greek mythology's god Hermes.
I knew it.
So yeah, so he was, and the planet of Mercury is named after him. So, he's a pretty, and the thing is, okay, so he's Mercury, is a major god. Let's see, it says, where does it say? Yeah, okay, so he's the god of financial gain, commerce, eloquence, messages, communication, travelers, boundaries, luck, trickery, and thieves. He also serves as the guide of souls to the underworld. So there's a lot of fucking shit about just Mercury on his own. But the big thing that obviously Shazam has is his speed. And as I said, he is the god of, for example, travelers, boundaries, luck, and trickery. And this is the thing about Shazam's speed as well, is that all those come into factor here. And that is that because he's the god of travelers, is that he can practically teleport. Because, he's a god, so he can just move everywhere the fuck he wants. Boundaries is that Shazam technically just pretty much doesn't have boundaries with his speed, because Mercury, he is the god of the boundaries, so he sets them up. And that's part of his speed as well. Goes into that, there kind of just is no boundary in a sense. There are boundaries, obviously, right, but there pretty much isn't. The luck, Shazam has a tendency to have luck in the sense that if he just builds up speed, he can have like a lucky slip, essentially, where all of a sudden he just has a bit of a boost. It's kind of like when you slip, if you like slip on something and all of a sudden you just run really fucking fast because you got to keep your balance up. It's kind of like that, where it's like all of a sudden he just gets a boost. And trickery.
So am I Shazam? Because I get that shit all the time.
And then on the trickery is that sometimes he moves so quickly, when it quote unquote teleports, that it looks like he's still standing in front of you whilst he's standing behind you. That's where the trickery and the speed comes in. So there's a lot of different things that comes into his speed. Now I picked the new 52 version, which is the most powerful one. So he has all those traits. I believe the trickery and the boundaries thing he hasn't completely unlocked yet, but it's a guarantee that he has the potential in the comics. But he doesn't have that yet. And we're also, as we discussed, we have to pick characters that have been seen or read. So it can't be like somewhere in the future. So the boundaries and trickery aren't completely there. But the boost with the luck and the pretty much teleportation, those still come in play.
So yeah. I think we can cast it to a vote. I would believe that the new 52 Shazam would beat. At this point, we've defined it as like a baseline Doomsday, not an alternate version of Doomsday. Right, so just baseline Doomsday, I think, would get clapped by New 52 Shazam. But there are other variants of Doomsday that I think would beat Shazam. But if we're just talking baseline Doomsday, I think Shazam wins.
I think strongest version of Doomsday against then a New 52, which is the strongest Shazam. I think that's a really good fight. That's a really good fight.
But he just picked baseline.
I know.
Earth 616.
Okay, so Doomsday let's take to a vote. Vector, you say that. You say that Shazam wins?
I would say Shazam wins, yeah.
And then Deadpool?
I'm going to have to stick with Doomsday for this one.
Okay. And then Kamikaze.
Yeah. Who am I going up against?
No.
Who do you think wins? Doomsday or Shazam?
I'm going to go with Shazam.
All right, and then I'm definitely going with Shazam because I know exactly what this new 52 Shazam can do. I know exactly what he can do, so I'm definitely going with my Shazam. Now, Vector.
Yeah, the only reason I chose Doomsday was because I have very like minimal knowledge of fucking Shazam. Like
No, but
I don't know myself as to who would win, so I have to go with the one that I do know.
Doomsday is a very good shout. It's just you were just unlucky with meeting me first. So Vector, who is your character? Because you switched. Because
Oh,
Vector also picked a Shazam, and then I told him which Shazam I chose, and then he was like, "Well, fuck you. Then I'm not even picking Shazam anymore," because he knew that I would whoop his ass. So who have you picked now?
I have a spicy, spicy one.
If you pick the one I think you picked, I'm just gonna be sad. Not because I think he's gonna win, but because I wanted to use that character because he's a bit of a wild card. But I hope you didn't. So tell me who you got.
I am choosing the Red Death Flash.
Okay, thank God you didn't pick the other one. Red Death Flash. Now this is a fucking battle.
So, for those who don't know, the Red Death Flash is actually Batman who stole the Speed Force from Barry.
Yeah.
So, this is Batman's intelligence combined with
The speed of Flash.
with the Speed Force of Flash, which it's already been proven that Batman can pretty much clap almost all of the DCEU because he has a failsafe for every single DC
100%.
character.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's been given the power of Flash, who has outran time, reality, mortality, and death, and himself on multiple occasions, he created an entire paradox just to save everybody. And this has been given to a power of a mortal man who's already outsmarted gods and death multiple times.
Yeah.
This is one of the most OP characters I've ever been introduced to.
And it's also New 52 as well.
Yeah, it's New 52 as well.
So we got two New 52 characters against each other. So that's going to be interesting. Now, okay. Now obviously I've thrown out a bit of info of mine, but like, do you have any blows that you want to throw my way about the characters? Obviously you did a bit now, but anything else you want to throw in right now?
Oh yeah, well the Red Flash, Red Death Flash. Well, in the comics that he's already been in, he's already went on a killing spree in the DCEU where he just goes crazy because of the multiple personalities in his head of Barry Allen and a traumatized Batman.
Yeah.
Whose Batman lost his entire family and all of his sidekicks. So now Batman has said, "Fuck it, I'm killing everybody." So he's already went on a killing spree. He's killed multiple heroes and villains from the Rogues Gallery of both Flash and Batman. He's already killed all of them, and he's just getting started because the comic isn't finished. So just based off these and the powers of Flash, he's super scary. Like honestly, the Flash has the power to go back and to run so fast to go back in time to where even Shazam like hasn't been given his powers yet and just killed Kid Billy.
Yeah.
Like Batman's intelligence is unrivaled in the DCEU. Yeah. It's awful how smart he is.
Yeah.
Like he's told Death to fuck off from Gotham whenever they try to collect his soul. He literally told Death no, and Death doesn't. Nobody steps in Gotham without Batman. He's told gods. Yeah. He's told immortals, and every rogues gallery that's ever come across Gotham does not get out without Batman's say so. To give this mortal man all this power is scary.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. But the thing about Shazam as well, is because obviously we've discussed that Bruce Wayne, he's a fucking genius. He's smart. He knows how to do certain things.
Yes.
But speaking of gods, there's one god that has a extremely unrivaled wisdom that also happens to be the god by the name of Solomon. Who happens...
But Solomon isn't a god. He's a mortal man.
But technically, he goes by the definition of God within the DC comics.
Well, technically, Solomon isn't really a god. He's just favored amongst the Greek gods for his wisdom and his loyalty towards them. But even still, Batman has already outsmarted gods before.
But this is 6 gods within one.
Batman's done that plenty of times.
He's outsmarted.
No, but remember, we're talking about this specific Batman, which isn't the same one that has beaten gods and all that, because every Batman is different. Everyone has a different IQ. Everyone has been through different stuff. Everyone has lost their mom and dad. But
from the New 52 version, this is almost like the same Batman that we know, except all of his family members. This is the Batman who snaps, where he rejects his code of not killing people and goes full out.
Yeah.
But it's still baseline intelligence of regular Batman.
But I think because...
Which is already smarter than almost anybody else.
Now, I don't remember what speed level is Flash at when he merges with Bruce Wayne, because it's not peak Barry Allen, I don't believe. He's fast, but I don't think he's the fastest Flash by any stretch of the imagination.
No, he's not. He's definitely not the fastest Flash, but this Flash is still faster than everybody in the New 52 DCEU. It's not peak Barry Allen where he's faster than than the Speed Force itself, type of shit like that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But still, this Flash is still this is still a tactician Batman who's crazy with the powers of Flash, who's basically a god at this point.
I actually think
he could outsmart. I think he could outsmart Shazam.
But see, I think this might be one of the better battles, actually, because you've got two people. They're both very smart. They're both fucking genius. We got the best Shazam against an incredible Flash. They're both really smart. They're both really strong. They both got good ass stamina. Now, yes, he is a speedster, so we'll probably have to eat a bit more. Have to stop off at Tesco or something to buy a bag of chips and then go back in the battle. Again, both really powerful, and they're both really fucking fast. Because Shazam's speed, not as good as certain Flashes, but his speed is still fucking fast. With the speed of Mercury, he is so fucking fast. So I think that there's so many things to take into consideration.
I still think that Flash is still even faster than Mercury.
But see, that's where my thing lies, though, is that indirectly Mercury is the god of speed, not Godspeed, but god of speed.
Yeah, but the Speed Force and the God of Speed are not in the same thing. They're different. They're different types. The Speed Force is a cosmic energy that has a limitless potential, and this is still the Batman who still has mastered every martial arts on the planet. And so, I mean, Shazam is just a kid brawler who just boxes people. He doesn't have a tactical mindset.
No, but he does.
To actually know.
He does, and especially in the New 52. Because with the wisdom and with the power that comes from Solomon and Zeus, he gets tactics in. He knows how to utilize his powers. And the speed of Mercury is the one that he abuses the most. He knows exactly how to control it at this point, and he fucks people up with it. Now, again, this is why I'm saying that this is a fucking really good battle, because there's so many different variables that they both have. So they're very similar.
There's only one thing that my Red Death has that your Shazam doesn't, and that's the ability to go back in time travel.
That's true. So
That is
even
true.
if Shazam beats him, he can just rewind that shit.
But it depends
And
on
they can
Or
how
just
if
keep
he
he
gets
is.
going
a hint,
over.
if he even gets the hint of he's gonna lose, he just rewinds and starts over.
But he can only do that. But as we've learned with Flash, he can only do that so much before something really does fuck up. And Shazam has multiple different ways to beat him. That he can also see shit coming.
He's gonna find a
So
different tactic.
he's gonna
Yeah.
find a different tactic because he's again, like, this is another thing is you spoke about like the raw rage of Red Death, which makes him really powerful. But Billy Batson, at least in the New 52 and a few other comics, he's very level-headed. And when he is calm and collected, it's kind of like Beerus versus Vegeta, in a sense. Like, when he's just calm and collected, he knows what's coming and he dodges it. Whilst the not so cool head of the Red Death,
I never said that he wasn't calm and collected. It's like they're both driving
yeah,
the same thing. Sometimes Batman takes over, and sometimes Flash takes over. So, but they work together because they're in the same body.
no,
So
yeah,
actually, you're not fighting one person; you're fighting two with
but
the same power.
could that also be an issue for him? And also,
It could be. It also could be an advantage.
Shazam does also have his siblings, the other Shazams, who also can kind of in some ways also work within his head, depending on which version you're talking about. I don't remember what his system with his siblings are in New 52. I think they just have the powers then. I don't remember, but I think that there's so many other variables with Shazam, so I think that he would be able to. Well, he's gonna clock on that they're two different people taking over the power, and he's. I think that he's gonna be smart enough to figure out a way to turn them against each other, which might sound like really out there, but remember again, like you said, obviously as you said, like, he's a kid. What do kids at that age do?
They
They
fight with their siblings.
they fight with their siblings, and they know exactly how to, like, fucking they know exactly what to do to make them angry. And I think he's going to pick up on that pretty quickly, on how he can turn the two against each other. And he's going to come with some sort of childish, like, comment, like, so who's really steering the ship? Like, who's the big dog in there? Is it you, Bats? Or is it you, Barry? Like, which one is it? Oh, no, wait, so it's you. But I thought that he was stronger. And he's just going to fuck with them. And so they're going to start fighting each other, lose control. Now, at some point, they might snap back into it, realizing what he's doing. But at that point,
I don't.
it might be
At the
too late.
point, Bats is mainly in control. He like lets Barry out like occasionally, but I don't think Batman is naive enough to let someone turn against him like that. I think Batman's more mature than that.
No, but
I don't
see,
think that's something that would happen.
but remember what Batman we're talking about specifically. And I think that he would be able to do that. And even if Batman goes like, "Nah, fuck it, you're not even gonna try and step up to me," Barry might be unhappy with that. So then he'll just turn off the gas.
Actually, in this new 52 comics, Red Death went and killed all of Barry Allen's family just to spite him, and Barry couldn't do anything about it. He
Yeah.
killed Wally. He killed Wally West. He killed all of his family members just so he could feel like Batman feels.
And that's fucked up.
So I don't think that there's only a very few times where Flash's like mentality like sways over Batman to where Red Death isn't really evil, he's just misguided.
Yeah.
There's been a few times he's been shown mercy and to let things slide, but whenever they both agree to end somebody, I don't think there's a lot of beings that are going to step up when both of them are in control.
But this is what I think is, because I completely agree with that. Like, I'm not even trying to knock fucking Red Death, because he's fucking OP. But I do still think that a new 52 Shazam is going to win the battle. It's just like, obviously, like, I don't think any of us are ever going to admit to the other one being the better one, are we, Vector? We're just going to go forwards and backwards because we're both passionate about this, and we both know that they're two. We can agree that they're both really fucking powerful characters, nonetheless. So what I think we can do now, because we both said our piece, so let's throw it to a vote. So we all know what me and Vector are going to vote. So Kamikaze, who are you voting?
I'm gonna go Shazam.
Gonna go Shazam.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool.
I'm going Red Death, bro, because now we're at a tie.
So it's a toss up. So then I'm going to go in on random number generator.
Oh, we're gonna leave this up to that, my guy? What?
Well, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a viewer on the podcast right now? If you have a viewer, ask them who they think would win, and whoever they choose is the winner.
Okay, Reno, are you still in here, bro? You're still in here. Confirm. Whoever's watching, is there anyone out there? Who do you think?
What's your name?
What's your name? After listening, if it might just be the bot that's on now, unless Reno is still here or Viv is still here, one of the two.
I think what we should do is we should call it a tie for right now and leave it on the burner.
But
since it's
how are we gonna play the next one?
Who's then gonna fight Kamikaze?
Yeah,
correct.
Okay, you know what? I know what I can do. I'm gonna toss out to the random number generator who fights Kamikaze.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll leave it up to
and
the
then
time.
we'll decide who the winner was based on the viewer's response.
Yeah. All right. So 1 to 5, it's you, and then 6 to 10, it's me. All right. Let's go. It's a 2. So it's going to be Red Death versus whoever Kamikaze's character is. Kamikaze, who is your character?
I picked Wonder Woman.
Oof, I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry.
Ooh. She's fucked.
New 52, even in the New 52, Red Death already slaughtered the abs.
But which, is there a specific Wonder Woman you were talking about?
The newer one.
Oh, you're talking new film Wonder Woman. Okay.
Yeah. The new films.
Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting one, I think.
Yeah.
Because she's I'm pretty sure, no, it's not confirmed, but I would definitely argue that she's stronger than New 52 Wonder Woman.
Oh, no.
Because I think New 52 definitely opened the door for a lot of the younger characters. Some characters are definitely, some of the older ones are definitely stronger, but like, it's probably the strongest version of Wally West. Most of the Robins are pretty strong, depending on which one you're talking about. Because obviously, in this situation with Red Death, they're dead. But in the general comics that don't involve him, they're pretty fucking strong. Superboy is really strong. Like in the New 52, a lot of the younger characters are really strong. But Wonder Woman, I don't think is as strong, and I think that the movie version seems to be set up as a very strong character.
True. I agree. She's kind of overpowered in the new movies.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Whereas they really push the strong, independent female role on her compared to how the comics were.
Yeah.
So I have to say that she's definitely a lot stronger in the movies now than she was in even like the comics and the new gen comics and everything.
But her first story is still her running off with the guy anyway, so what about the strong independence there?
discussion for another day.
Yeah. Let's hop into politics later. And anyway, but okay, so now I think it's a more of a conversation to have here than what might be thought of straight away. So, Kamikaze, do you have any blows you want to throw against Vector, and why you think your Wonder Woman is gonna win?
Well, let's not forget in the newer movie that she did, right? She lost quite a bit of her power, or if not almost all, right? And no matter what, she was still going at it, no matter what.
True.
True.
Even without the power, she still kicks ass. But you give her back what she has, and she uses every bit of it to her advantage. Let's not forget she's the daughter of Athena, so she knows those tactics. Like, she has those strategies to kind of go on with knowing what to do, knowing how to take the road and make it into her play.
Yeah, she's very intelligent, and she's also really fast. Really fast. Not as fast as Red Death, obviously, but
I definitely thought you said really fat, and I was like, "What?
No, fast,
bro."
Quick.
Yeah.
Which one?
Gal Gadot is not fat at all.
I downloaded the wrong Wonder Woman, apparently.
Fuck, I downloaded the wrong Wonder Woman. It was the one with a French girl, not Gal Gadot. Anyways, but yeah, okay, so you can keep going, just put that out there.
But like, especially, like, I don't know, she's extremely powerful. She can
what?
Use the ability. She's pretty strong, and then the new armor.
The new armor is definitely.
She can use the wings.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, like the new armor definitely brings another level to it. Because I know that Cheetah kind of ripped it up, but that is only because of the power of the stone, that she was that powerful. Yeah. So I think that with that new armor, she definitely stands a bigger chance.
Yeah. And for her to be trained by all females, they did pretty good. We've seen them on horses. We've seen them like with swords, and the bows, their freaking lassos that they use. Like, she's all around. Like, whatever you give her, she's gonna use it, in any way possible.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think with one against him, I think it's actually a lot more fair than we.
Yeah, it's a more fair fight than what we might think it is. But Vector, I assume you have some finishing blows on this occasion.
I do. So I will grant that Wonder Woman is absurdly strong, but I don't think she's as powerful as Shazam. And the Red Death has been taking blows from these godlike creatures all the time. So I'm not even gonna try to counter that Wonder Woman could beat, like, off strength feats alone. I don't think that would be an ending factor. And I think that Batman's intelligence has already kind of proven that he can beat Wonder Woman. And the fact, like, with his tactical mindset, I feel like he could find a way to outsmart Wonder Woman, even though she is the daughter of Athena and she's the daughter of a god and an Amazon. But this is still a deranged Batman Flash hybrid that has seemingly almost killed all of the DCU to begin with. So I don't think that. I mean, I'm not going to say that Wonder Woman's weak. I just don't think that her current power level, especially within the movieverse, that she stands that much against the Red Death Flash.
No, yeah, I agree with that. But okay, so I think we can take this to a vote unless Kamikaze has any more things to say about a Wonder Woman.
No, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So
yeah.
we know what Vector's gonna vote. Now,
Yeah.
Kamikaze, what are you voting? Are you sticking to your guns?
I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to your guns.
Even though I know it's pretty good, yeah, but I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah. And then Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Red Death Flash.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm gonna have to go with Red Death Flash as well. Sorry, Kamikaze. But then
Okay.
She's not cannon fodder, but I just don't think that with her current power level that she can stack up against him. She's cannon fodder, but she's
gonna put up a fight.
He's
definitely.
built different. I'm sorry,
he's
but
built different.
Yeah, definitely gonna be
built
able to fight.
Okay, so now let's move over to Marvel. Which
oh
means
my god!
now
Please let me.
we're back to Vector versus Deadpool. So
I'll let go first.
Deadpool, which character have you picked?
Oh, which character have I picked?
He's picking now.
Imagine.
My pick is All Stone Gauntlet Thanos.
Oh, easy clap.
Wait, no. Which one are we talking? Are we talking from the movies? Are we talking from a specific comic?
Or comics?
Ooh, okay. If I'm picking era,
because that's a big factor.
Yeah, that's a big factor.
Yeah.
That's, for example, why I picked specifically New 52 Shazam.
All right, I don't remember what the comic was called, but I'm gonna pick the first, not really first appearance, but when he originally got all the stones to himself in the gauntlet.
Yeah, the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, the Infinity Saga, but I don't remember which issue. But anyways,
yeah,
when he got all the stones the very original time, and he was just OP as fuck. That's the Thanos I'm choosing.
Fair dues. That is one of the one of the strongest Thanos with the all stones. Now, who have you picked, Vector?
Alrighty, so this is gonna come straight out of left field. I am going with the most current updated Scarlet Witch from the MCU.
Oh,
easy clap.
Absolutely not.
I
don't think you completely understand the power that the Scarlet Witch holds.
But
also, I understand.
Okay. So she holds a lot of power, but actually, no. You two go ahead, and then I'll throw in my 2 cents after, and then Kamikaze can throw in his as well. So let's see how this goes. Now, Vector, you won the last battle, so Deadpool, you'll be going first.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let him go.
All right, so I just want to say, starting off, it's Thanos with all the stones. All of them. He doesn't need any weapons, though he is his own weapon. His mind is his creativity, his whatever he concocts in his brain is his weapon. So honestly, like, one snap, you're fucking dead immediately, or turned into a fucking slinky. He doesn't fuck around. Like, this dude does not care. It took the entire Avenger squad to pull that gauntlet, or almost pull that gauntlet off his hand, and they failed. That was including the Scarlet Witch. Yes, it wasn't most updated, but at the same time, you had Thor, Captain America, the fucking Hulk. Yeah, everybody was there. Iron Man, Spider-Man, and they failed as a group in the movies.
And
in the comics,
the movies is stronger than that one as well. Just saying.
Yeah, and that was in the movie. In the comics, he is fold stronger than that Thanos. That would have been nothing for him. He would have easily made them his bitches, bro. Like, there is no way that Scarlet Witch can single-handedly pull this victory. I get it. She has, like, insane power. Like, we all know Scarlet Witch is one of the most underrated Avengers out there. But you have to also remember that Thanos destroyed entire universes. Like, he does not give a fuck.
True.
All right. Alrighty. I'm about to hit you with the easy clapback with the MCU Scarlet Witch. Now, if for all those who haven't seen WandaVision, at the end of WandaVision, Scarlet Witch fully has her realized powers and basically is transcending the multiverse right now. She, at this point in time, is one of the most powerful people in the MCU. She's at this point she's stronger than Doctor Strange. She's more powerful than Dark Phoenix, and she can do everything that the current Thanos can do. Even when Thanos had all of the Infinity Gauntlets in the MCU movies, she clapped him, unmercifully clapped him, put his ass on the pedestal, and roasted him at the seam whenever she said, "You took everything away from me." And he says, "I don't even know you." And she massacred him. And he still had all the stones. And she did that by himself. But at this current version in time, the Scarlet Witch that's updated right now, she has time control. She has reality warping the same way that Thanos does. So just because Thanos can snap his fingers and say something, Scarlet Witch can automatically rebuttal and say no you. So she's put people in time loops the same way that Doctor Strange put Dormammu in a time loop. She can do all the same things that Thanos can do, but she is the Omega level mutant, more powerful than Storm, more powerful than Doctor Strange, and more powerful than Professor Xavier. Professor Xavier. She is a monster.
Okay.
So, basing off what you just said, okay? So, she is all of this, right? She's fucking this all-powerful, the Scarlet Witch that we all know. But we are speaking of Thanos here. This dude is a fucking tactical genius. He's quick on the fly with his mind. All he has to do, he has the reality stone. He can make reality what he wants it to be. He can snap his fingers and she automatically forgot how to use her fucking powers.
Yeah. I don't think her mind is that weak to be subdued by that. She already went up against somebody with reality powers, and that was the Angela Witch. She took a whole fucking town and turned it back into the 50s. She can do whatever she wants. She's not gonna let some mind stone tell her what to do, or reality stone tell her what to do. There's no way.
But
or he changes the reality to where he is now Vision. Do you think the Scarlet Witch is gonna kill Vision?
She won't.
On her
she
own
already
accord. Did. Technically, that wasn't the real Vision though. So on her own accord, is she gonna kill Vision? So we're gonna say she already did. Again, is she gonna put herself through that and live through that again because Thanos is fucking with her head?
Now,
and then boom, like that, boom, she's dead. He just pulled all the oxygen out of her air. She can't breathe. She falls to the ground and dies.
Kamikaze, do you have any 2 cents from the outside that you want to throw in? Kamikaze.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Do
you have any 2 cents that you want to throw in?
No, but I do know who I'm gonna pick.
Okay. Now, from my side, right? So we have 2 characters. It's kind of like the Red Death versus the Shazam, I feel like, because they can both manipulate reality, as we've seen. They can both manipulate reality. Now, this Thanos is stronger than the one in the MCU, which means that he definitely stands a bigger chance against this Scarlet Witch. Yeah. The thing is, there are a lot of different things that come into this. Now, I personally don't know who I'm gonna pick yet. I'm just gonna throw that out there straight away. But I will say, I think that when it comes to the reality stone, I think that's gonna fuck a lot with Scarlet Witch, because one of the things that is kind of like her most powerful asset, but also her downfall, is her emotions. Because it powers her.
Yeah.
But also we've
already
weak.
seen that Scarlet Witch knows how to play with emotions as well. If this is the same Thanos that I'm thinking of, then why can't she persuade herself to look like Lady Death? to make him fall in love with her.
Then he just makes himself look like Vision.
So they're both at a standstill from what I'm hearing at this point.
They're both at a standstill. But you also... Okay, so...
No.
Scarlet Witch has played with every Avenger and made them like stuck in basically a Tsukuyomi at that point, with visions that put them like on their ass, like to where they weren't going to do something. She controlled the Hulk, and that wasn't even her final form. Like, but she's just gotten way more powerful at that point.
But this Thanos is also extremely powerful.
True, but this Thanos is breaching on like the line of being a fucking god. Like, we have to take into consideration, like we're not talking movie Thanos. We're talking comics first appearance with the Gauntlet Thanos. Like, the dude is nasty. Yeah, 100%. Like even in the Infinity Saga, I'm pretty sure that he claps fucking Scarlet Witch.
But the thing is, though...
Well, remember, she started getting weak. She said, I can't hold him much longer. Like, she only had so much.
She has a limit.
So she... Now, the thing is here, we're talking... Now, the Scarlet Witch that this Thanos meets in the comics is weaker than this Scarlet Witch. But the Thanos that this Scarlet Witch encounters is then also weaker than the one that Deadpool has. So you both have stronger characters than the one that the other encounters. So, which is ironic because
and we have to put into consideration, even though we have stronger characters than what we have seen, we have to also remember that even though they were weaker on both sides, Thanos still essentially overpowered her. I wouldn't say beat her, but he overpowered her. And that being said, just because they're both stronger, that just means they're leveling off equally and being stronger.
Yeah.
So if Scarlet Witch is stronger, she's going to have a chance, but Thanos is stronger as well.
I don't know. Whenever Scarlet Witch like was untamed and she like flew into her rage, there was almost no one that could topple her. Like she was doing extreme Omega level shit.
No.
The only way they beat her is that they used her mommy emotions against her. But even then, an unbridled, full rage Scarlet Witch, I'm very harassed.
Let's throw this out here as well, just Vector, and that is, now what is very clear about the character of Death in the Marvel comics and games and stuff. She goes after those she knows she cannot possess.
Yeah.
And so Deadpool is obviously an obvious one because he can't die.
Yeah, he'll never die.
That's also another reason why this specific Thanos has a big thing with Death.
Because he
knows,
kills all those people to gain her attention.
That's one thing, but also she has also realized that she pretty much can't have him because this Thanos is almost unbeatable. And that's all I'm going to say. But I will say that I don't have a decided decision. You two are pretty much sticking to your guns. And then, Kamikaze, you can throw out who do you think? Who are you voting for in this case?
Definitely Thanos.
You're going for Thanos?
Yeah.
I don't have a decision. Hence why Thanos will be the victor in this battle. Now, I will say this, and that is that Kamikaze, you can go before me.
Okay.
Okay. So, Jamie, Jamie, I'm not sure if Lego Scarlet Witch is going to do too much, but you know what? Fair dues. God dang it, Jamie. Okay, so now Kamikaze.
I really didn't honestly think that my Scarlet Witch was gonna beat Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. I really was trying so hard.
Oh, so you didn't even think she was actually gonna win?
No, I didn't. But I really tried to argue
it. You almost convinced me, man. Okay, so now
I tried so hard. I was hoping he was gonna go MCU so I could pull that scene where she 1v1'd him in there and in front of everybody.
But okay, so
I was
now
so hoping.
For this round specifically, I'm going to let Kamikaze throw out his character before I do mine. You'll understand why. But okay, so Kamikaze, who's your character that's gonna fight off Thanos?
I got Captain Marvel.
Ooh. Any specific Captain Marvel?
That's an easier clap than
No. Wait. Which Captain Marvel are we talking?
Yeah, which Captain Marvel?
From the movies. From the movie.
Oh my god.
You fucked up, boy.
You fucked up bad.
Maybe I should have gone first.
You should have said Adam Warlock or something.
Yeah.
You went with the weakest version of
I probably did, but the only reason I did
regular Thanos, and he didn't, and he only had one stone.
But okay,
God.
but I will. Yeah. Okay, Kamikaze. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I think Kamikaze's been swept under the rug here because
yeah,
I think we all went. But tactically, it's good for him because he can just pick out someone stronger the next times when we have weaker characters.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I have no weak characters in this next one, my guy.
I
thought we were picking things like from the movies and so forth. So I picked them out accordingly.
Yeah.
But I should have read the fine print there.
Okay.
Every single round. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. So I'm just gonna start writing KIM Thanos already, because I've got Beyonder.
Oh, you ass! I hate you.
Well,
you're the worst.
I've got Beyonder. So, and anything that you want to put up for Thanos? Deadpool.
Thanos.
So did we decide Thanos won against Captain Marvel then?
Yeah. He beats Captain Marvel.
Yeah, definitely 100%. 100%.
Okay, cool.
I picked.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think
this is gonna be a tough one?
Tough one. It's gonna be impossible.
You can go ahead and argue that one, buddy. You go ahead and argue against the Beyonder. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Go ahead. Start. Matter of fact, pull up the online comic right now. Start reading it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Start reading.
Boom! I got it. Beyonder's dead in 3 steps. Step 1, we're talking Thanos from the series of comic books.
Yep.
Where he originally gets the stones, correct? Yep. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Step 2.
We know.
Homeboy snaps. Step 3, because Thanos does not give a fuck, he goes back in time to when you're a child and fucking kills you. You have no way to defend yourself. You're a fucking baby.
But
you're dead.
The issue is that if he goes back to when Beyonder was a child, he'll have to fight the Beyonders.
Maybe. But think about this. He has the time stone. He snaps in the room with you while you're a baby. We're talking adult Thanos with all stones at this point. Kills you, snaps back out of there, boom, you're dead, you're gone. Reality Stone, while he's there with you after he kills you, snaps, Reality Stone, all they see is you sleeping in the crib or bed or whatever, fucking rock. They see you sleeping there, and he snaps back into his own time reality within the MCU, and that solves that issue. You have to remember, Thanos is a fucking genius.
Yeah, but he's not like a cosmic being that is so strong that any celestial, supreme cosmic being, and the living fucking tribunal are at his mercy. They are scared of him.
That's true.
These are the same celestial beings that created the stones that he wields.
Yeah.
I'm aware, but if he
I think they know more about the stones than
it is possible.
Listen, Thanos doesn't beat Beyonder, hence why
he doesn't even beat Galactus.
He does. I mean,
I don't know about that. Thanos could hold his own against Galactus.
He might have a chance against Galactus, but Beyonder also slaps Galactus easily. So Thanos still doesn't have.
Flicks him.
Yeah.
I should have went with Silver Surfer this round. I'm so pissed at myself.
Oh my god, if you've gone Silver Surfer,
it.
then even Beyonder would have been a challenge.
I should have said Silver Surfer. I hate myself.
You should have. But you know, you should be glad I didn't pick because Beyonder is pretty much like he's the second strongest character ever. But you should be happy that I didn't pick the strongest character. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to give you any ideas. But you know, it's good that I didn't take because I'm sparing him for the next time.
Yeah.
But okay. So
but one thing we're also not remembering is I understand they created the stones, but he has the soul stone. He can literally suck the life force out of him.
There is no literal life force within Beyonder in that same cosmic way that it works with humans.
True, but whatever the driving force within him is, he could pull that out.
No, because that's not how the soul stone works. He can't just pull the life out of anything. It has to have a soul.
I'm trying here, Flair. I'm trying.
I know you're trying. I know you're trying, Devil.
Bro, you gotta trade. It's a trade offer.
Yeah, it's
you have to give a soul to get a soul.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll take 2-0 with this one. Okay, it's all right.
Okay,
or 2-1. 2-1.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? GG's. Now for anime, that means it's me against Vector.
I'll let you go first.
No, you go first.
I have a good one.
Alrighty,
I'm gonna be so pissed if someone chooses mine.
We have Edo Tensei 10 Tails Madara Uchiha.
Fuck. Yep.
You motherfucker.
Specifically that one. Specifically that version of him.
Specifically 10 Tails Madara.
Specifically 10 Tails Madara Uchiha.
Okay, now the thing is,
a character so overpowered that the author had to create somebody else because he didn't know how to kill him.
Now, can I switch because I don't want my character to die this early?
No switching. No.
I mean.
You wouldn't let me switch.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm fucking with you. No, this is not going to be a clean sweep, though. I will tell you that.
You can go and try to argue.
No, I'm not. You're going to win, but he's going to put up a bit of a fight. And I've picked Beerus.
Yeah, like how Mike Guy did.
I picked Beerus.
Oh, Jesus.
You said Naruto. Wait a minute. Hold up. Is it Naruto or all anime?
It's all anime.
Oh, I'm tripping. Okay.
Yeah, I admit Beerus is strong.
He's not going to win, but he's definitely putting up a fight.
Yeah, Edo Tensei Madara Uchiha, unlimited chakra pool, Sage of 6 powers, control of the 10 tails, Edo Tensei, infinite Tsukuyomi. I say more?
Okay, well, I mean, you won this one. But
all he has to do is hit infinite Tsukuyomi, and it's over. Just goodbye. Beerus is gonna be asleep somewhere, dreaming about eating a planet or something, while Madara Uchiha hits him with the Phoenix Fire Jutsu and crisps his ass alive.
Yeah.
Or just hit him with the Susanos and just spearhead his ass.
But Beerus is the god of destruction, though.
He is. I'll get that, but not against the visual prowess of Madara Uchiha.
He'll lose, but he'll definitely put up a big fight, I would say.
Oh yeah, I would admit it would. He's no slouch.
No.
But just the visual prowess alone of Madara Uchiha, that trumps almost everybody.
But okay, so I mean, fucking GG's there. But okay, so Kamikaze. Who have you picked?
I'm so sorry, little one.
I'm sorry, little
Honestly,
one.
I can't pick one because I don't watch a lot of anime. I'll be 100% honest. So I didn't want to just pick someone and throw it out there just because I thought they were good or that they were great or so forth, you know?
Okay, no, you know
special guest privileges.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but like that's just the truth for me.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
don't get me wrong, I'm a
I
huge
think
nerd.
the next round of these fights, I think next round's definitely gonna be more in your court. I'm gonna say that, and then also you will know that
True.
unless I say something specific, it's not gonna be specifically for example, MCU and all that. Don't worry, but I'll give more specific details next time, and I think next round is definitely gonna be more in your ballpark because I already know what I think we're gonna talk about that time. Not gonna say it right now,
Ooh.
but I can
Not
spoil it for you
spoilers.
later, guys. But okay. So Kamikaze
Alright.
is, well, you're winning on a Fallout.
Yeah.
He forfeited that
Yeah,
round.
forfeit. So Deadpool,
But
you have more knowledge.
yes.
Me and Deadpool are Naruto geniuses at this point.
Yeah. So
All right, Vector, I have one for you.
I think I
You
know who
picked
is
Madara Uchiha.
Ten Tails.
I'm okay. I will say what I'm gonna say, but what do you think it is first, Flair? I want to hear what you think it's gonna be.
Well, I mean, there's only one character that can beat Madara Uchiha, isn't there?
Who do you think it is?
Oh well, who is it?
So I'm picking Kaguya.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Why?
The only absolutely not even a chance. No. Kaguya only won because of Black Zetsu.
Bro, now you sound like a fucking Stan that just, oh no, but my friend, I only just lost because of this and that.
No. No, Kaguya only got made because Madara Uchiha literally could not be beaten.
Well, still.
And plus, he died in the stupidest way possible. There's in a fair fight, there is no way that Kaguya is gonna go up against Edo Tensei Ten Tails, Madara Uchiha. No way. I don't know.
I'm standing.
She lost to a harem jutsu casted by Naruto and Sasuke.
I mean,
Absolutely
true, but we have to keep in mind that during this time zone,
fighting abilities,
Naruto...
she has limitless chakra, but so does Edo Tensei Madara Uchiha. She's not gonna outbox Madara Uchiha. That's not gonna ever happen. Never in a million years will Kaguya throw hands with Madara Uchiha and win. That will never happen.
So it won't. But we are talking, just to clear up for the viewers, if you are not knowledgeable in Naruto, we are talking about two god level Naruto characters fighting each other, which we have seen and won on some bullshit terms. But if we're talking straight toe to toe, we're talking, excuse me,
and a real fair fight.
Kaguya, who ate from the what was it, the forbidden god tree or some shit like that, ate from the forbidden god tree, has limitless chakra, and we're talking the tailed Madara Uchiha, who also has limitless chakra. So this is a fight that could potentially go on until one tires out and just dies of exhaustion.
The thing is, chances are they're not even going to tire out in different spectrums. If one's going to
tire out, they have limitless chakra
at the same time.
I think Madara Uchiha has more weaponry when it comes to the table. When it comes to his Tsukuyomi, like I said before, when it comes to his Susanos, and all the jutsus that he possesses, I don't think Kaguya can stand against all of those. Even though she has like baseline jutsu throws that are just limitless. So, I don't think she's about to stand up with that.
The thing in this situation, guys, is we have a bit of an issue, and the reason why we have a bit of an issue. Now, Kamikaze, he doesn't know enough about, especially about these characters, probably. Now, I know a bit about both of them. I love Naruto, but I'm not super in-delved into those two characters specifically. But I know who I think is going to win. But the issue is, it's not going to be fair for me to pick either one. and neither of you are going to give up, and it'll fucking with good reason. Neither of you are going to give up because they're both the most OP Naruto characters, I would say. So, what I'm thinking, because there's going to be a point where we have every single victor against each other. I think that this could end up having to be a situation kind of like Shazam versus Red Death, where I think we'll have to call it a draw for now, and then see how this ends up going when we actually take everyone up against each other. What are we thinking?
So I would be on agreeable terms with that, but before that, I think me and Vector should have one final opportunity to sway your opinion, Flair.
Okay.
And I just want to point out that, well, before I say this, Vector, are you in agreement with this? One final opportunity to sway his opinion.
I am in agreement with this, yes.
Okay. So before we move on, I just want to say, so Madara Uchiha is technically a god. But Kaguya, she is a god. She has what was it? The power to influence time and space or some shit like that.
Yeah.
She could read thoughts and feelings of other people. And she had like this weird visual ability that I can't really describe. What's a good way to put it, Vector? I can't really describe it.
Oh, I'm not about to help your character out.
Anyways,
that's dirty.
Essentially,
that's dirty, Vector.
Essentially, we're talking about someone who it took an entire like group to kill. Yes, Madara took a group, but if you really break it down, Naruto, Hokage Naruto, Nine Tails, like when Kurama is allies with him, like Boruto era, could beat Madara Uchiha. And that's hands down, he could beat him. That same exact Naruto would not be able to beat Kaguya.
No.
And we're talking main character.
Yeah, the main character of the show. Honestly, Kaguya lost because Naruto did his infamous talk no jutsu on her.
Yeah.
Like he does everybody else. Gives her the sad backstory, and then she gives up on fighting just like Obito did. Just like Pain did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when Madara was going out, he went out with fists. He went out fighting. And I think
I don't think that helps your point though. Because
just wait till I end it.
Okay.
Just wait till I end it. So even with all that being stated, I think that Madara Uchiha's visual prowess with the Renegon, I didn't even get to specify.
Visual prowess. That's the word I was trying to say.
Yeah, the visual prowess of his Renegon is arguably the most powerful in the Naruto universe. And the fact that I just think that with enough fighting going on between them, that he would find a way. He would find a way to kill her. I feel like he would, with his Susanos, with the way that he single-handedly, as Edo Tensei, killed almost the entire Allied Shinobi force on the very first day. He killed all of, like 50% of the Allied Shinobi force by himself. Because the Allied Shinobi War went on for 2 days. Canonized, that's 2 days they fought. He killed 50% of the entire Shinobi force by himself. Not even with Obito, because Obito was off fighting with Kakashi in the realm.
This is true.
That's true, but at the same time, even put up like on full blast. We didn't see full blast fighting when we watched
we didn't, which I wish we would have seen. I wish we would have seen that.
But even with how it was, Kaguya pulled through. She took care of business. As of now, is the only person that even put up a fight with Madara. And fucking, like I said before, Hokage Naruto, like current right now in IRL Naruto, would not stand a chance against. Yeah, well, I'm saying like as in current
like
show
the current
time. I don't
Boruto
know how to say
standing
that.
Naruto.
Yeah. Boruto standing Naruto. That Naruto could clap Madara. Oh, well, I won't say clap. He could beat Madara with a fight. Kaguya, I don't believe so. By himself, 1-to-1, I don't believe so.
I don't know.
Now,
It's
if we're
just
talking
there's just so
Madara
much going
and
for
Kaguya,
Madara.
she's gonna clap.
There's so much
There's
going
just so
for
much
both
going for
characters.
Madara right now.
There's so much going for
There's just
both characters. So
they're both limitless chakra. They're both old as God. They're both old as forever.
So
but they could literally fight forever.
I'm going to leave this as an undecisive. That's what I'm going to leave it as, because I actually don't have one that I pick over the other, because I know enough about both characters, and you guys have said enough for me to still not be decisive. And I think that's one of the few battles that's probably going to stay indecisive for a while. But I will say this now, I have posted up the lists on the KIA announced panel, so you are aware of the standings or of which characters you cannot pick. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for now. But it's also about time to roll out the red carpet and quit this podcast, or not quit it, but shut it down.
I'm on call with work, and I just got a phone call.
Yeah, and we also have to call it off. We've been going for over half an hour, so I am going to ask Kamikaze, do you want to roll out a bit of an outro for this podcast? He's still there.
Kamikaze, you alive, bud?
No, he's dead. Probably has some bad shit going on. Ain't that right, Kamikaze?
Yeah.
Yeah. So roll out a bit of an outro for us, Kamikaze.
Why is that?
Because we're gonna end it.
Okay. Sorry, my internet was being weird, so.
No worries.
All right.
He's struggling here. He's under pressure.
Well, I don't know what you said. It cut out. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
well,
what am I waiting
asked,
for?
Can you do an outro?
Whoa.
Yeah, end out the podcast for us.
Yeah.
You want me to end the podcast?
I want you to end the podcast.
So much pressure.
Okay. We believe in you.
Well, I'm guessing this is going to end part 1 of our tournaments that we have had this night. I guess it's all night for us, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's going to conclude this episode of the High Council podcast. And until next time, we're going to bring something even extra special to you guys next time. And I'm actually going to compare it. I'm going to do some more research on some anime or whatever my buddy has here for us after this, whatever we decide. But you guys can be in for a special treat next time. So I'll come more prepared.
For sure.
So thank you again. Oh, all right. Thank you again. And that is it. And that concludes today of the High Council podcast.
Amazing. A natural. Again, thank you all.
Yeah, he was born for this.
He was born for this.
He was made for this role.
He's got the natural power. Well, for the rest of us, it's just to say thank you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow, all that good shit. Stay tuned for the next episode and the next little battle that we have, as Kamikaze very greatly promoted. It's definitely going to be a special one. Interesting. Going to be amazing. So thank you all. Thank you, Kamikaze, for being a special guest again. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one thing left to say, and that is obviously threaten you. So if you don't follow, like, subscribe, and all that shit, then we will send beers after you to eat your house. and whatever land you own around it. Yeah. So yeah, you're just pretty much fucked. But anyways, thank you all so much, and